Hal here with more Space Engineers, and today we're going to keep playing with the new mining rig. Oh, so much time spent on this thing. Alright, so we'll talk about what's going on with this, we'll walk you through it, and yeah, we'll see if we can get everything running today. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week and a terrific day thus far. So, yes, when we were together last time, we had basically the framework of this built out. We did make a few changes, and I've gone ahead and welded it up like we said we were going to. I've also gotten some progress done on the heavy lifter. That is mostly complete at this point. There's a couple of detail things we still need to do. What we've done over here is we've gone ahead and gotten all of the hydrogen thrusters welded up. And I did a test fire with it. When this thing is empty as far as cargo is concerned, hydrogen thrusters will actually lift it. But it's pretty much at the extent of what is available for lifting power. So if we wanted to actually have anything in the cargo bay, we would have to increase the number of lift thrusters. But it is what it is. We've also gone ahead and added some ladders in here so that we can get in and out of the ship in the case that we run out of hydrogen. You know, so if we don't, even if we don't have hydrogen in the pack, we can actually get in and out of here now. Everything else, I think, is pretty much the same that it was. Yeah, we haven't really changed that much over here. We've just, like I said, we've just really just gotten the hydrogen thrusters in place now. Now the mining rig, that on the other hand, has changed pretty much, pretty significantly actually. So we've got everything welded up. We've gone ahead and added in a couple of more landing gear for stability purposes. I have a feeling I'm going to end up taking these out. And what I may do is where we have the landing gear currently is I may put the emerge block back in, or the Mark II version of this will be slightly bigger and we'll have a piston with a merge block on the end of it so that we can merge grids through as we're traveling down. I haven't decided yet. I want to see how this whole thing works before we start looking at up the Mark II build. You are okay. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is get out of the hole. Okay. So we went ahead. We did add some of the solar panels on 3 sides as well as the top. We have all of our wind systems in. I didn't do solar or wind on the back here because I'm going to leave this open specifically so that we can look at how we're going to do connectors on this once we have everything set up. And then we're going to do some detail work here up on the top area at some point. Not going to deal with that today because, well, we don't want to have the merge block doing funny things. Alright, so right now what we need to do is we need to fire up the drills, which should be that one. Ooh, those are loud. Okay. We want the rotor turned on. Now I do have the rotor set for 2 rotations per minute. Because of the number of drills in the configuration, that should be enough to deal with the piston. Alright. So now we're going to go to the gear. I did set up a group for this. I turned off auto lock. We're going to unlock it. Everything looks good. And we're going to go ahead and tell the piston to reverse. Now, the point of what we're doing this for is we're basically just making sure everything works. Looks like the piston needs to be slowed down just a little bit. Alright, so it looks like the piston is at full extension. So what we're going to need then is if we latch onto here, how many blocks down did that go? So when this thing was completely down, it was one, this is the center, right? 1, 2, 3, so it went 4 blocks. Alright, we can make this work. Let's go grab some parts for this. I meant to actually grab these earlier. I wanted to get some parts for a connector. We're going to grab parts for conveyors. Grab that, and that should be enough. Hey, perfect. Let's see how this whole thing works here. So yeah, basically what we're going to do is we're going to have this whole thing slide down. We're going to take you out. We want that. And we want that. Right, so let's go ahead and put that in. And so basically what we're going to end up with is that, yes, the cargo pods are going to have to come out a block, which is fine. Okay. So yeah, the cargo blocks will have to come out one so that we can actually pipe in everything behind it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this stuff done here. So we're going to turn off the mining rig. We'll turn off the rotor, and it'll end itself pretty quickly. And we want to lock the landing gear. Yes. Alright. So from here it's 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. Because it was here before. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4. Right. Now, if our numbers are right, we're going to disconnect that switch. Everything's locked in, right? Yeah, okay. So we're going to disconnect the connector, rather. We're going to disconnect the merge block, and then we're going to tell the piston to retract. Alright, so we need that to disconnect. Now we are going to turn that off. Actually, let's... Okay, you're connected. And then we're going to tell the piston to reverse. Is the piston not working? Come here, you. Alright, so why are you not separating? Alright, so what did we do wrong? Is it because of you? Oh, hello. No, wasn't because of you, so... Alright. Is it not enough force? No. There we go. I think it wasn't enough force before.
Inventory full.
Alright, so...
Fuel low. Fuel
Oh, this is gonna be
critical.
bad. Yep, that's gonna be bad. Oh. Okay. I have gotten myself into a bit of a pickle here. Alright. So, thankfully, we can go this way. Alright, so we need to clear out our inventory. We need to fix some of this stuff up and get everything back together. So let me go ahead. We're going to do a quick cut. Can I throw that in there? No. But we can throw you in there. Bring that back. Drop that off. Let's go ahead and drop all this stuff off. We'll fix everything up. And I'll bring you right back. So let's get this... Yeah, let's go ahead and get all this stuff cleaned up. So we'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so I have an idea on how to address this. We're gonna change things up just a little bit. Not much, just a little. Alright, so what I'm thinking here is we'll keep the center line as a supply line, right? And then we will have a merge block on one side, a conveyor or a connector on the other. So what that should hopefully allow us to do is to be able to bypass the problem. So what we'll end up with is, I want to make sure this is connected through somewhere. Okay. So we'll end up with a conveyor block. We're not going to be able to because of the gear being there. Let's There we go. Alright. Guess it wasn't far enough. Okay, let's try that again. Nothing like troubleshooting this thing in real time, right? Just go ahead and let it go all the way down, it's fine. Ah, interior plates. I need interior plates. That would be why. Let's see. Should have some in here. There we go. And yeah, should be good. May not have needed to move the whole thing then. So if we do connector there. Oh no, because that's gonna be, yeah, that's right. We don't need the merge block here then. We'll need the merge block down here. So that'll be a merge block there. You just need that. And so what we're going to end up with is a system that says so that there, there, okay, and that's there. No, we needed to go out one more. Alright, so let's go ahead and take that whole thing apart really quick. Now what we're doing is we're basically trying to set this thing up. We don't need merge blocks. So that we have room for it to come back. So that it'll be far enough away that when it gets down here, it'll be able to connect, basically it'll be able to connect over. So we don't need it to the piston to go out that far. It just needs to go far enough to latch into it, connect on, and then continue on its way down. And we're going to basically do the same thing here, which realistically it might actually be better to go ahead and put them all on one side, because what we could do, we'll save that for the Mark II. All right, so we need to get all of this welded up. All right, so I need what I need 2 merge blocks. I need 2 pistons. We're gonna say a 3rd piston for the piston heads. What else do we need? We need 2 connectors. So we're doing 2 connectors. We'll grab all this stuff. We'll get this welded up. Alright. And basically what we're going to do is, for stuff like this, we're going to do that. And I am out of hydrogen again, for some bloody reason.
Fuel low.
Man, just going through the hydrogen. No. Helps if I go with the right idea first, right? Come on, recharge. Thank you. Refill. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is this central line will basically be just the supply line, and then we'll have our connector on this side. I mean, we could actually do things where we could loop this around and do all sorts of shenanigans with it, but I'm not really going to worry about that too much. I do think we're just going to leave that with the center line being conveyors. Actually, can I? We want to make sure that that is actually piped in, because this is going to be a pain in the butt to fix later. Oh, can I get away with this? We're going to try. Let's see here. If we go like that. Let's do that for now. There we go. See? If you're patient, you can actually get things in there. Alright, so that's all piped in. That's piped in. We'll have to clean up the center line a little bit once we have everything figured out. Because see, we can take... Actually, no. Let's leave that there. There we go. Because what we can do then from here is we can take that out, weld this up. Let's bring you over like so. Alright, and should be functional. Not too worried about it. I do need large tubes. Get you welded up. Okay, so I just need small tubes and interior plates. So we'll go ahead and grab that. We'll go ahead and get all of this welded up. We'll get it, figure out what needs to be done, where things need to go. More ice. Okay. And we will we'll do a quick cut. Get some of this little fiddly stuff done. Actually, I think I'm still missing. Yeah, I still just need large tubes for that. A little bit closer. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and grab the rest of this stuff to get this welded up. When we come back, we'll take a look, show you what we've got done, and where we're going to go from here. But it looks like we've got pretty much everything that we really need in place, and so I'm going to make sure we get all of this running once, just to make sure it works the way it's supposed to, and then we'll let it go for a while. Alright, so let's get the stuff we need, and we will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Okay, so we have basically gotten the parts that we need just to test this whole thing out. So we have a connector here that's on a piston that will connect over, allow you to transfer stuff off. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to have this merge block extend over. Well, we'll have this piston extend over so the two merge blocks can meet, lock up, unlock the upper merge block, and then reverse this piston, and then reverse that piston to see if it matches up where it's supposed to match up. And now I may need to adjust things on that side. Actually, do I have the parts for you? I don't think I do. No, we're still missing some parts. But this is really just a test to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work. Man,
Fuel critical.
keep running out of fuel. Might have to get an extra tank or something. Thank you. Let's go ahead and refill that. As well as grab some power while we're here. Go to our tank. There we go. Refill our bottle. Okay. So as you can probably tell, I've been flying around doing a bunch of stuff. Okay. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and get this in here first. If we go here. Okay, so now I've named these things so that they should hopefully make sense. Let's see, this is the merge piston. Go ahead and reverse this. I did have to increase the power on that a little bit. Alright, so that's merged. So now we're going to upper merge. We're going to turn this off. Everything didn't come crashing down around us. That's a good sign. And we want, let's see, that's that one. Should be this one. All right, that's working. And then we want the other piston to reverse. And we want that one to lock. Oh, look at that. Okay, so yeah, that works. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means we're going to need one of these every fourth block. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want you there, you there, and then a conveyor there. Okay. Or a connector there, rather. So that is basically what our system is going to look like all the way down the tube now. And so what we'll end up with is basically a center line where we'll be able to get rid of most of these, I think. So it's because the landing gear is basically going to grab the block in the middle. So what I'll probably do then is just do conveyor block, or conveyor junction, conveyor tubes up to the next junction. And we'll rinse and repeat. Alright. So that looks like that's going to be everything. Okay, so now that we're latched in, I need to get the parts for this, which are going to be small steel tubes and interior plates, which I may have over here. I don't know. I don't remember if I left any over here or not. I think I used them all. Just that. Okay. Because I just pulled that one apart. So Yeah, so we need more tubes. Okay, so let's go grab that. Ow. Let's go grab that stuff really quick. We're just going to fling ourselves in the general direction. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we want a bunch of things here. We are going to get all that stuff out of here really quick. We're going to see something like that. And that should be good. Like I said, we're just going to do one more progression down to make sure we have everything the way it's supposed to be set up. Because I do want to give it a full run to make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to. So you're going to be there. What matters is really the only thing we really need to make sure that we keep everything named on is the piece that's actually moving, because this is the side that's going to be connecting and disconnecting from things. We don't really care what is the names of stuff over here are. One thing I do want to do is we want all of these. You are a piston, so we want all of you to be set to 0. Because I'm so paranoid about all of that. Alright, so you are all connected. We're going to get a button. Let's put it here, because we can. It's always nice when we have everything we need. Okay, so we are going to set this up. Oh, we want the connector on a piston. It's a switch lock. We want connector piston to reverse. We want drill block to toggle off, and we want, let's make sure we have this right, drill merge, want that to reverse. Okay, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to unmerge this block, retract the piston, turn on the drills, extend the other piston. Right? So let's go here. Do we have everything we need for the second one? Oh, we do. Nice. Okay, so that will handle that, and then over here we're going to go groups. Want to toggle those on off. We are going to have these switch lock. Okay, so get back up here. So first things first, we're gonna do turn that off, have that reverse. We want you to be the advanced rotor, toggle that block on or off. And then the regular piston, we're going to say reverse. Okay, so now that that has done what it needs to do, we're going to turn those on. Turn those on. And check to make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Connector is on there. Down it goes. That piston is still extending too quickly. Alright. So what we're going to do here is, while we have it all set up, we want you to go 0.75. So what's... Oh, because of the welder.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Oh. Alright. The welder was what was causing the problem. Alright, so... that means we are going to need to bring that out for one more, but that's okay because everything else is working fine. Well, it was. Alright, so that locked in, that locked in. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse that. Yes. Why are you not reversing now? Come on. Looks like we may have jammed the entire thing up. Ah, all right. We gotta fix it. Oh, alright, so looks like we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this thing. So I think we've got the basic thing down for what we want it to do. It's going to be the drill, figuring out the drill positioning. Because what will happen is it'll actually drill down. We've got it set up so the welder is behind it, so it should be okay. Because we just basically lock that in a position so that we can get past anything that we weld into it. Alright. So, yes, this should work. We just have to get everything unlatched here. We need to figure out where we're locked up at it, on it. I'm wondering if this is because of the explosion, if this just doesn't have enough power on it now. Let's try that. I'm guessing that there is something a lot latched in here that we're not seeing. Alright, so yeah, I need to fix all of this, get it back together, and I think we're going to call this one here while we work on that, because that's going to be basically me just grinding everything down and putting it all back together again. So so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to do something nice for me on this lovely Wednesday, even if it's just to celebrate things exploding around this place, be sure to hit that subscribe. And if you want to be kept up to date, there's a little notification icon, looks like a bell next to the subscribe. Be sure to click that, and YouTube promises that they will sometimes send you notices. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Have a terrific week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Oh man, gotta fix this thing again.